Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Still Swinging, the podcast. And I'm your host, Thomas. Uh, I want to thank y'all for joining me once again. And before we get started, I just want to ask you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Neither one of those motions will cost you 1 cent. All right. When you hit the like button, it helps out the algorithm. When you hit the subscribe button, it helps out the channel. Thank you very much. Today I want to talk to you about the difference between boys raised with fathers and strong male figures versus boys raised by single moms, just raised by their mom. Most of the time, and remember, when I'm speaking, these are generalizations. It's never 100%, but it's just the majority of the time. All right, you got exceptions to every rule. So listen, when I speak, it don't apply to each and every person. Okay, I can only speak to the majority. Okay, so if it don't apply, let it fly. But for the most part, this is for the most part facts. You know that most boys that grow up without fathers and very strong male figures tend to be problematic adults. And most of this is due to their decision making. Okay? Boys raised who grow up with their fathers and strong male figures, decision making tend to usually be more efficient, practical, and decisive. Most of the boys who grew up with single mothers tend to be more emotional decision makers. All right? Because women are more emotional decision makers. Men tend to be more efficient, practical, and decisive with their decision making. All right? It's, for example, if I just let my wife run wild, okay, do you think all the bills will be paid in the house? Do you think we would be ahead on most of the bills and behind on none? No. If I let her make all the decisions, it'd just be closets full of new clothes all the time. And a bunch of stuff that she like. You understand where I'm coming from? If she could spend my money, we wouldn't own the house. We wouldn't own the house. We would live in an apartment. And just have a bunch of nice, beautiful stuff and no goddamn money. See, with me, we own the house, got plenty of money, and still got nice things. Alright? Because first things first with me. I'm a man. You understand? I don't think with my emotions. I don't spin with my emotions. You understand where I'm coming from? My spending gotta be efficient, practical, and decisive. Why? Because tomorrow is coming. And you never know what tomorrow is gonna bring. Whatever it brings, I need to be ready for it. Bottom line. I can't just wing it. Because if all else fail, somebody help me out. No. See, as a man, I know ain't nobody coming to save me. That's why you get these boys, right? And you see a lot of the things that happen as far as let's just take for instance with the police dealing with our young men, and you see how fast they die and why. And as men, we look at that and say, okay, the officer was wrong, but that still could have been avoided. How many times do we say that? The officer was wrong, but that still could have been avoided if he would have carried it differently. And you see the mother get on and start talking about, that officer was wrong. He killed my son. And the only thing you as a man thinking is, your son's still gone. No matter what, your son not coming back. See, as a man, I check my sons all the time. All right? I check them all the time for certain reasons. For certain reasons, because when he go outside that door, he got to know how to respond to authority. And he can't do it with his emotions. He can't do it with his emotions. His emotions will get him killed. You understand where I'm coming from? His emotions will truly get him killed. Now, to a woman, I'm like, you can be right all you want, but it's not going to change the outcome. He got to be prepared to deal with the world. And men can't deal with the world the way women can. Okay? A 4'11" man, I'm 6'2", cannot come up to me talking shit to me. Why? Because I will knock his fucking head off. But a 4-foot woman will come up to me talking shit. Why? Because she got the protection, all this protection, so she can get emotional into her feelings and start calling me all kinds of punk MFers and whatever she feel like saying, because the law say I gotta ignore her. You know, but with a man, the hell with the law. You know what I'm saying? I'ma bend his ass up. That's the difference. You understand? And you got a lot of boys that get raised by women that come out with this attitude. And I can always tell. You know how you can always tell? In their decision making. In their decision making. You know? It's always emotional. Everything is always emotional. Why? Because they not used to having that firm grip on them. That voice of logic that they don't understand until they get older or until they get in a situation and have to deal with it accordingly. Okay? Okay? As men, we more concerned with the outcome of the situation than his need to be right. Okay, yeah, the police target you. All right, we black men, we understand that the police target us. All right, so we teach our sons how to deal with that. All right, you know, I teach my sons, you comply. You comply. It don't matter if he wrong. You let me deal with that. You let me deal with that later. I need you to make it out off the scene. You comply. I don't care if you think you right. You comply. You comply because I can bail him out of jail. He coming home. Whatever the case may be. You understand? We can get to it later. I don't need you to be right. I need you to be alive. You understand? But when he don't have that voice of reason, everything is emotional and he need to be right. He more concerned with being right than understanding the kind of danger he is in. You understand where I'm coming from? See, it's a difference between my wife telling my sons, listen, if you go in that store with your friend and you see him stealing, you tell him that's not right. And me saying, look, if you walk in that store and you see somebody stealing and they with you, you get away from them immediately. Because if he gets stealing and get caught stealing, guess what? You stealing too in the eyes of the law. Alright? And if I find out you been stealing, I'ma break your goddamn fingers. You understand me? You don't have no reason to be stealing. You better not be hanging with nobody that's stealing. Why? Because he inviting the police into his world. Okay? And all is fair game after that. I don't want him to do nothing. I don't want my sons to do nothing to invite the police into his world. Even though they gonna enter it at some point. My thing is to teach them how to deal with the obstacles of life. And life got its obstacles, and I don't give a damn who you are, what you possess. If you look like me, life gonna have a whole bunch of obstacles. And matter of fact, you look like any American, life gonna have a bunch of obstacles. But particularly young black boys, y'all got a lot of obstacles that y'all gotta be prepared for. And unfortunately, these women just don't have those obstacles, so they don't understand what's ahead of you. Like I explained to my wife, a boy peer pressure is different from a girl peer pressure. Well, how you figure that? A girl's peer pressure just as bad. I said, baby, you know, a teenage boy peer pressure is a lot more detrimental than a female's teenagers peer pressure. No, because I had peer pressure. I said, yeah, you know, your peer pressure, you know, make you have sex. Your peer pressure get you pregnant. Alright, my peer pressure had me sitting in the penitentiary for the rest of my life. My peer pressure had me had me laying in the graveyard at 15, 16 years old. Okay, listen, the peer pressure is different. And then once I explain it to her like that, what she do? Close that mouth, because she understand that I'm right. She understand that I'm right. And I gotta deal with my sons accordingly. You understand? Because there's things he never gonna say that I know he going through just because I've been a boy before. Just because I know I've been in his situation before. Alright? Alright? But as a man, you gotta have his respect. So listen, I'm a man. I'm not a woman. So I don't lead with nurturing and caring, and I lead with discipline and accountability. You understand where I'm coming from? Because I'm a man. I understand what he facing when they step out. I understand what my boys are facing when they step out into the world. All right, and it's my job to prepare them for that. All right, I've been through what's in front of them, and guess what? It only get worse. It don't start getting better. It only get worse. You understand? So in these kind of times, we gotta really prepare these boys. All right. So ladies, stop thinking a man is just a penis and a wallet. Start understanding the real structure that a man bring to a family. All right, it's not just a penis and a wallet. Because trust me, you can't raise a boy with money. You will create a monster. Because if I let her do it, all they would hear is yes. Yeah, sure you can. Yeah. With me, no. You ain't getting that. Why do you think at 13, 14 years old, you should be running around with a Hermes belt that you cannot afford to pay for? Or a Gucci belt that you cannot afford to pay for? With her, she looking at me saying, well, you got Hermes belts. You got Gucci belts. Listen, I can afford to pay for them. I'm a grown man, and I bought it with the money I earned. I'm not using nobody. See, a woman always coming from a place of help in her feelings. A man, I know ain't nobody never gonna help him. Ain't nobody never coming to save him. Everybody gonna be expecting him to be the help. Everybody gonna be expecting him to be the one that save him. Alright? It's just like being out here in the wintertime, right? Shoveling the snow. And I look around and I see all these ladies out here shoveling snow. Ain't no men around. Why? Because they independent women. Alright? And they got jobs and they don't need no man. And I see a woman across from me shoveling her snow, with her son standing behind her, just doing nothing while she's shoveling the snow. Now, family, her son damn near as big as me. And the first thing I'm thinking is, boy, where the hell is your daddy? That you would let your mama be shoveling snow when you capable of doing it better than her. What good you think he gonna be to a woman? Huh? What good do you think this little guy is gonna be to a woman? Because he was probably about 14, but he was big. You know? And at 14, my mama wasn't shoveling no goddamn snow. You understand? The thing is, what kind of men are y'all raising? What kind of men are y'all raising? Y'all raising the kind of men that y'all would never respect? Stop raising those kind of men. Alright, understand that y'all need men in these boys' lives so they can succeed. Okay, you got a problem with the men. Look, fuck the men. What about the boys? What about the boys? What about the girls that need to look at their father for a standard in men? Okay, my daughters can look at me for a standard in men. Okay, my dad pay the bills. My dad keep the lights on. My dad take care of things. My dad always here when I call him. My dad, you understand? You understand? Listen, it's not about how much money a man make, because he provides so much more than that. He provides so much more than that. See, as men, we always coming from a place of love, but our place of love is different from a woman's place of love. Our place of love is more in correction. All right? I'm firm with my boys. I'm softer with my girls. But because I know my girls gonna always be able to get some help. Alright, they can always look for some help. My boys never gonna be able to look for some help. Everybody always gonna be looking for help from them. So I watch whatever they do. No, you not getting that. No. Well, why can't? No. He been messing up in school. He not getting that. They don't teach him nothing. But as a woman, he been punished for, you think he could get a video? No, he can't get a video game. He played enough in school. He played too goddamn much. That's why he in that room. See, you dig the level of understanding that men got, ladies, that y'all just don't possess a lot of the times, just because we've been boys before and we understand that that's not going to help him. Letting him slide when he knew he was wrong will never help him, because the world is never going to reward him for bad behavior. So don't you start. As a man, I understand accountability. You're going to always have to be accountable for your actions. Just like most men understand this. Ladies, a man is more than a penis and a wallet. Understand the structure that we bring to a family. All right, let's build these families up. Okay, let's build these communities up. All right, let's take advantage of the positive things that's happening around us. All right, let's destroy the negative concepts and pictures painted of us. All right, because contrary to whatever y'all believe, Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, all that foolishness is fantasy. It's not reality. It's not reality. Stop judging your standards for men by what you see on TV. Every man not making $100,000 a year. Every man not trying to make $100,000 a year. Every man not concerned with making $100,000 a year. He cool with his 50. Stop trying to enforce what you believe on a man. Because a man is supposed to lead, ladies. A man is supposed to lead. I don't care if you got an MBA. I don't care if you a master's. I don't care got a master's. I don't care if you a PhD. A man gonna expect the same thing from you that he would expect from that woman working fries at McDonald's. He expect you to cook. He expect you to clean the house. He don't expect you to be a man. He don't want to be with a man. Okay? He don't want to tell you he hungry and you tell him, well, I've been working all day too. No. That's what you chose to do. That's what you chose to do. But if I go out to the woods, slay the dragon, kill the dragon, and drag it all the way back to the door, damn it, you gonna cook it. Alright? That's only fair. Simple logic. Alright? Thanks for joining me. Once again, y'all know I love y'all. Thanks for y'all support. Thanks for watching. All right, peace. Oh, don't forget to hit that like button, that share button, and that subscribe button. All right, still swinging out.